Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Elena. I am a self-taught artist. I've done interior decorating, staging, all kinds of creative things, and just regular jobs too over my lifespan so far. Um, I am not a filmmaker, however. I've never really taken a film, even of my kids, like still life pictures, yes, not film. So I don't exactly know what I'm doing. This is new to me. You got any tips, write them in the comments because I am definitely learning. And editing is not really my forte either. But we're going to learn. So, yeah, if you have any tips or inspiration for me, then let me know in the comments below. I made a little list of things I wanted to say. The other thing I wanted to say is I am an extreme introvert, so I am usually the one behind any sort of camera, not the one in front of it. I prefer to be backstage, behind the scenes, not seen at all sort of type of person. So this is another really new thing for me that I'm kind of stretching out into. So forgive me if I'm not as extroverted as you may like. You may want to find somebody more charismatic. Um, the other thing that I deal with constantly is chronic pain. I've been dealing with it for over 35 years now, and it's just part of my life. And it's something that's always been it's been with me for so long that um, it's just kind of part of everything. So lately, the last, I would say, 10 years, it's been progressively getting worse. And the last three have been even worse as far as getting worse. So, anyway, I'm going to be talking a lot about how I'm coping with that. I'm not here to complain about it. It's just the way life is for me. And it's also the way life is for many, many other people out there. So I'm hoping that this channel can become a safe space for people who want to come, either that are art people that, just want a safe place to come and share and talk about art, or people who have chronic illnesses, disabilities, whatever, that, you want to find a community. So I'm all here for that. I don't really have a community right now much, so I'm really hoping that that's what this is going to turn out into. I cannot promise anything though because of this disability. So I know a lot of other YouTubers out there will, promise to post a video or two every week, and I just can't do that. So I'm going to post as often as I can. Some weeks it might be once or twice, and then it might be staggered. So follow, subscribe, I guess is the word, here on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss it when I do post something. But I can't promise that it's gonna be regularly. Am I gonna try for regular? Yes. Is it gonna happen? I can't promise you anything like that. A little bit about my art background is, just in a nutshell, is when I was a child, I actually hated art. I hated art class in school. I know, what kid hates art, right? Um, I didn't like it. I didn't get good grades in it. It was just so. Um, I always felt tense in art class. I always felt like everybody else could do a better job than I could. And I just avoided it. I mean, I painted and things at home and like did stuff on my own, sketched and stuff, but never to show anybody, and definitely not at school. I, I, I just didn't like it. Now, looking back on it now, I know why that was the case. But I didn't know as a child. I just knew that I hated art class in grade school. Then when I was in, I think, junior high, I saw Bob Ross, everybody's happy painter, right? I found him on cable because I was babysitting somebody else's kids, and during nap time, Bob Ross was on. We didn't have cable channels, so I had never seen him before. So I watched him paint, and it was just so inspiring, and he made it look so easy and effortless. And I was like, maybe I could do that. I can't draw, but maybe I could paint. And he inspired me to start painting. So I did take a few oil painting classes, and I loved it. I really, really loved it. Now, as I got older and, got out on my own and got married and had kids and all that fun stuff, I didn't really take the time to paint. So I haven't really painted a lot since my early 20s. So that's that. However, I do like creative things. So I've done other things, creatively speaking. So when I was in, I guess later on in junior high, when I had to pick my classes for high school, I decided that architecture sounds great because it's very analytical, which I am. I love math and all that stuff. And I thought, I think I might want to be an architect because it's still creative, but it's got all that math analytical side to it too. So maybe that'll encompass what I want. So I had to pick my classes for high school based on that. And my guidance counselor suggested I should take art classes. And I did not want to because I knew I hated art classes. I mean, I liked the painting classes that I took, but art in general, I didn't really like. It didn't jive with me. So I begrudgingly took it because apparently it looks good on your, portfolio and all that stuff, resume going into apply for architecture type courses. So I did art. And lo and behold, I really liked it. The teacher was great. She was very supportive, very, I don't even know how to put it. Like she basically thought that, everyone can learn to be an artist if you put in the work and you're willing to try. And you just have to be taught how. The proper way to draw, the proper way to see things. And so she taught me. She taught me the proper way to see things and how to look at things so that I could put it down on paper. I'd never been taught how to draw before. I'd never been taught how to see things. It was always, draw your summer vacation or draw your cat, I don't know, whatever. And I couldn't do that. So taking the art classes in grade 10 and 11, I really liked it. In fact, I was just going to take it in grade 10, and then I liked grade 10 so much I took it the next year too. So I really liked art. Then I found out how many years you actually have to go to school to become an architect. And by the time I was done high school, I was a little on the burnout side, just because I was in everything going. I was, and I got good grades, and I was just one of those busy people in school. So when I was finished school, I was like, I can't do another 8 years of school. Now, I wish somebody at the time had have sat me down, kicked me in the butt, whatever, and told me, yes, you can. 8 years is nothing in the grand scheme of life. It really isn't. 4 years, 2 years sounded like an eternity to me then. I just wanted to get out and start my life. Start working or do whatever. And so I do regret that now. I ended up going into a completely different field that was not right for me. And then because of my disability, I had to keep pivoting, pivot. I had kids, I took some time off, pivoted some more when I went back. And, I've just done what I needed to do to survive. And that's essentially what I'm doing now. I know I look fine on the outside right now. I mean, other than the no makeup thing. But really, I struggle a lot with pain and sleep and all kinds of things like that. So I'm finding it really, really difficult to work a full-time job. And most part-time jobs are usually ones where you're on your feet all the time, and I can't do that either. So I am pivoting yet again, trying to find my way in this, lovely thing called life. And I'm going to try YouTube, and I'm going to try to make things and just feed my creative self, because that's where I am the happiest, is when I'm being creative and helpful. I like those two things. I like to help people and I like to be creative. So when I'm doing those two things, that's where that's like my sweet spot. So I'm going to be trying to find things that I can either make and sell, or I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to figure it out. So again, if you have any, suggestions for me, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. But this is going to be, my journey, my exploration into what can I do to support myself and to make me happy. And really, those are my two goals in life at this point in time. Those are the only things that are really important to me, is what makes me happy, spending time with my family, and obviously I have to support myself somehow. So I'm hoping that this will work out, and I guess we'll see. So again, I can't promise anything as far as frequency for this YouTube channel, but I can promise you authenticity. I'm just me. I'm just going to show up as me. Again, I'm not here to complain, although you never know. There might be the odd video where I'm having a rough day and I'm complaining about it, because that's just human nature. But that's not really what this is about. You're going to see me try. And I'm not going to be, the tutorial person. So if you want to learn how to do something, I'm probably not your best option with that. You might find another channel. But if you want to see my process and how I'm trying to figure things out, follow along. And I hope that you subscribe, and that you comment and like and all of the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube, and help me out here. And I hope to make some new friends, and I guess see you in the comments. Thanks.